Hi, a very good morning, all of you. Happy Sunday. So before we start our Q&A session, I have an important announcement. Before that, please confirm the audio and video stream. So if you have any issues with audio video streaming, do let me know. And the important announcement is we have taken a poll. We initiated a poll this morning regarding NB mock test and the questioning pattern. See, usually every year, NB releases this, or they make mock tests live in their official website nb.edu.in. So last before year, the questions were from medical subjects, mostly related to NEET PG, but not NEET MDS. After going through that question, many of the students were worried. They usually ask us like, sir, is this how the questioning pattern is going to be on the final exam? And also this year, even unfortunately, they chose questions from general knowledge, geography, history, aptitude, as we discussed in one of the recent videos. And again, some students, out of concern, I'm not blaming the students here, out of concern, they've asked me like, sir, can we expect these kind of general knowledge questions in the final exam? So I've clarified in the form of a video, and the response from your side has been overwhelming. In that video, I said like we'll send a representation to NB requesting them to post questions which are in line with your syllabus. I mean, in this ocean of information, can't they find at least 10 or 20 questions from dental subjects or basic subjects in dentistry? So we have taken up a poll, and overwhelming majority says like 97% on YouTube and 94% in a Telegram update group say that we should give a representation to NB, right? So even though these questions are not representative of the final exam question, but common sense should suggest that an official board, which is conducting a nationwide entrance in a largest democracy like India, should be cautious and exercise common sense while posting questions. How can they give questions from irrelevant subjects? Not everyone treats it in the same way. See, out of 100 students for support, some of them will definitely understand that yes, this mock test is for us to get familiarized with the software. But in a country like ours, in a kind of system we have created, there is more panic, unfortunately. And majority of students obviously are frightened or terrified. In fact, I can share you mails and comments which we get as a proof to what I'm talking. Students are worried about the kind of questions they have been facing and be mock tests. So that's the reason why we said like we'll give a representation to NB, requesting them, not even demanding, requesting them to post questions from dental subjects, even if it is a mock test, so as to not to cause any dent in the confidence of the aspirants. We already have so many postponements happening. We already have so many issues which the aspirants are facing, and we don't want further issues. In regard to that, we have taken up this poll, and as majority of you have been suggesting us to give a representation, we'll do it as soon as possible. And once we send a representation, we'll share the same with all of you through our update group, YouTube channel, etc. Right? And the reason why I'm elaborating on this is I've been getting some comments like some students say that it's waste of time. Some students say that they're trying to clarify. That's fine. See, if everyone can really understand the intentions in an appropriate way, and if everyone takes things in a positive way, then we have no issues at all. But given the kind of complexity we're dealing with, I mean, we have a different range of students, right? Thousands of aspirants out there. So a simple question comes up like, what if the final exam has this kind of questions? And we shouldn't blame students for that. It's a responsibility of the official board to take care of such simple matters rather than complicating each and everything, right? So that's our intention, and I hope I made my stand very clear. And you need any further clarification or you have any input, you're more than welcome to post them either in comment section or on our channel, or you can feel free to get back through mail 24/7. So this is an important announcement which I wanted to make. And second thing, coming to this session, every week, previously we used to have this Q&A session. To have any questions related to your preparation, scheduling, plan of action, section, subjects to be covered, either for NEET MDS or INS. You can post those questions and get your questions clarified live. Or of course, yes, you always have the freedom to reach us and connect us through mail 24/7, right? So I'm looking forward to your questions. So let's start. Yeah, hi, a very good morning, first of all of you. Rishikesh, a very good morning to you. Hi, Weltin. Hi, Swadina, a very good morning. Hi, Lakshmi. Hi, AJB. Thank you for your love, AJB. Shubhangi. Hi, Shubhangi, a very good morning. Even though the poster suggests otherwise, it's definitely a very bright morning. In fact, even the poster seems like it's all dark. That's how the universe is. And only because the sun is shining its light, you're able to see the earth, right? Yeah, I think this would be how the universe would appear if we are upon International Space Station, mostly. Hi, Anamil, a very good morning. Hi, Sanjay, good morning. Hi, Danish, I appreciate your feedback. Streaming fine, yeah. Tasneem, hi Tasneem, a very good morning. Shaker, a very good morning. Yeah, so you have any questions, you can post them. And in the meantime, let me share some inputs regarding preparation. So first of all, I've raised an issue about NB mock test, and how many of you have actually taken up the test? And when you have taken up the test on the official website, no clear explanations are provided. So did you have any curiosity, or did you find the questions curious, and did you try exploring the answers? Because the questions were from general knowledge, aptitude, history, geography, politics, British rule. So did anyone actually try exploring and finding out the answer? The reason why I'm asking you this is, even though we provided the key and explanations in test series, keeping that aside, curiosity is the key. In one of the sessions last night, one student was saying, like, there are no jobs in the industry, better to change profession. I'm trying to bring these two issues onto the same platform because they have a very common point. The two issues which I'm talking about is a student talking about no jobs, so he or she has to switch profession. And second thing is, just as I rise now, did you find the questions curious? Did you try finding out answers to the questions in NB mock test? The underlying point is curiosity. The underlying point is enthusiasm. Whether it is in syllabus or out of syllabus, whether government is giving you jobs or not giving you jobs. All these are secondary, because the very purpose why we are in a healthcare profession is to deliver quality services to our society. And in the process of delivering quality oral healthcare services, we are rewarded with money, fame, whatnot. But if we are looking only at the kind of money we're trying to make, if we are looking at it as a kind of profession where we can make more money, or if we are looking at it as a profession where, as a means through which we can get fame, wealth, that only leads to stress and anxiety, unfortunately. Because if you observe society right now, it's not just about our profession. You take up any profession, engineering as such, but the best example which I can give you is engineering. Lakhs of students qualifying every year, and most of them are jobless. Some of them go abroad. Some of them change their professions. Majority of them change their professions altogether. So what do you say to that? Can you show me any profession which offers you jobs just like that? That's a very wrong approach, I can say, or a skewed approach. See, it's not that society is there to provide us jobs. It's not that society is there to feed us every month. We have to take care of ourselves. Even in a developed country, it's a developing country, I understand. Even if it's a developed country, ultimately what matters is the skills which we possess. This might sound a bit harsh, but that's a reality. That's a reality out there. If you have skills, if you have talent, and if you have the potential, and no matter which profession you're in, I'm not just talking about dentistry, it can be any profession for that matter, you'll obviously succeed. the path which you choose, you will be successful, regardless of the specialty or branch or the profession as such. So my point is ultimately what matters is the skills which you are possessing. You just can't blame a government. I mean, of course, you have a choice, freedom of speech. Just keep blaming government. But what good does it do for you to enhance your personal or professional life? Of course, there are some injustices. We need to fight for them. But at the same time, we have to take care of ourselves rather than putting the entire responsibility on the state or center. So my point is plain and simple. Let's stop complaining. Let's stop pointing out fingers. Let's start uh, acting proactively so that we can work towards our dreams and fulfill our goals and objectives. So if we have the skill set, so plain and simple, if we have the right skill set, if we focus and invest our time on developing the right skill set, then obviously we'll be successful no matter which profession we are in. And if we keep on blaming, we will simply remain as victims in this society. And it does no good. It does no good for you. It does no good for society. And most importantly, as I already said, it does no good for you personally. So let's stop the blame game and let's see what best we can do from our side. And even in case of MB mock test, I said it is their responsibility to provide questions which are from our subject, that is a dental scenario. Even if they don't provide, even if they say, no, we'll do like this in our own style, okay, let them do. Let's exercise common sense. Let's exercise patience and let's do our level best and try to make maximum use of the available resources. And as some of you rightly mentioned, and I've rightly identified the purpose of mock test. Yes, the purpose of mock test is to make sure that you are getting that familiarity. You're familiar with the kind of software that you'll be facing in the final exam. So no matter what's happening out there, if you have the right orientation, right perspective, of course, you will succeed. And no matter which profession you are in, no matter which field you've chosen, in line with your passion or interest. So that's one thing which I wanted to share. Yes. Danish found that question on colonism interesting and about planets also. I got them right. That's wonderful to hear, Danish. So we have uploaded the key and explanations to your test today. And I'm glad that you answered them. It doesn't matter whether you're right or wrong, but that curiosity within you is thing which actually enables you to succeed. And as I mentioned in one of the live sessions today, success is not just about blindly working. It's not just about keeping on working. It's not just about effort. And based on my personal experience, I put that quote saying that success is 99% enthusiasm and 1% effort. Only to highlight the point that it's your enthusiasm, it's your positive mindset, it's your right orientation that is going to ensure your success, not just at a final destination, but in the process of your entire journey. So I hope you got my point. And still, I would like to discuss so many topics, but only if there is initiation from your side, I can add my inputs as well. So till now, I see no questions from your side. I'm happy and sad for the same. I'm happy because you're very clear. At the same time, I'm sad that I have nothing to elaborate on. Do you have any questions? You need any assistance? Of course, if you're not comfortable sharing them online in a live section, you can always feel free to get back to mail 24/7. And also, as the exam is approaching, so let me conclude with this. Less than 2 months' time, it is a time where most of the aspirants are subjected to tremendous bouts of stress and anxiety. This is quite anticipated. This is commonly anticipated, given the kind of education system we are all in. But remember, anxiety should never be there. Stress to some extent is good. But too much of stress leading to anxiety, panic attacks, does no good to you at all. So reasons don't matter. What you're going to do in order to overcome these negative feelings really matters in the final days of your preparation. And it's not just about studying 24/7. Make sure that you're taking breaks periodically, even if it means stopping your preparation or pausing your preparation for 1 or 2 days, it's absolutely fine. And I would definitely welcome it. Most importantly, during the final days of your preparation, it's not about number of MCQs you practice. It's not about the amount of content you memorize. It's not about revising notes. It's not about studying for 12 hours or 14 hours. The most important thing I would say, I would suggest based on my experience and observation is maintaining that positive attitude. If you can take care of that, the rest of the things will fall in place, rest of the things will follow. But if you're constantly worried, if you are negative, if you have that questionable attitude, whether you can crack the entrance or not, then everything will fall apart. Please keep that in mind. And since there are some questions, let me address them as well. Yes, Danish, read something about such comments. Reactive people build their emotional lives around the behavior of others, empowering the weakness of their people to control them. I'm trying to follow this. Oh, that's really good to hear, Danish. Let me read that again. Reactive people build their emotional life around the behavior of others, empowering the weakness of their people to control them. That's true. So reaction, rather than reaction, response, a kind of balanced response is very important. If I scold you and if you scold me back, that's a kind of reaction. If I scold you and if you ignore, he's a fool. Why should I call him back? If you can ignore, keeping that in mind, then I think we can address most of the problems which we are facing today. So there is no point in, stroking our ego. And as you rightly said, Danish, I couldn't agree more. Rather than being reactive, rather than being emotionally dependent on others, I mean, we should take care of ourselves, which is very, very important. So if we can take care of ourselves, we see, as I said, we cannot address the situations that are happening out there. And as I keep on reminding, this is something which we can take care of. I'm not even talking about controlling emotions, but taking care of them, right? In a balanced way would definitely enable us to overcome so many challenges which we are facing currently. So many challenges which are actually psychological in nature. There are, yes, real challenges as well, real challenges out there, but it's the psychological challenges which are more than 90 or 95% in my opinion. So as I said, during these final days of preparation, or for that matter, who is willing to plan their preparation, 1 year preparation, what matters is your mindset. The right mindset, the right orientation will take you a long way in your personal as well as professional life. So with this, let me conclude this session. I frankly expected so many questions, but Danish, I really appreciate your input and I really appreciate your enthusiasm, and rest of you are joining us live. So happy Sunday. I hope the inputs which we shared are useful and helpful for you in your personal and professional life. Your feedback on our videos are always welcome, and you need any further assistance, you have any further queries, always feel free to get back through mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com 24/7. Wish you all the best. Love you all. Take care. Have a happy Sunday.